Ready?
Yes, go.
Alright, I'm going to be reading a book called Pele, King of Soccer, El Rey del Futbol by Monica Brown, illustrated by Rudy Gutierrez. This book was dedicated for my friend Chris Lineham, who showed me the art of the beautiful game, and to my brother Greg, a competitive king indeed. Watch as the famous number 10 flips the soccer ball up, down, and around with his magic feet. Pele runs across the field like a cheetah, dribbling like a dancer. Can Pele score 3 goals in one game? A hat trick. He traps the ball with his thighs and ankles, and before it even touches the ground, he shoots. Pele, his team, have won again. The crowd chants, Pele, Pele, Hooray, Pele the King. But Pele was not always so famous. Once he was a boy from a town of Tres Coragos in Brazil, the largest country in South America. Pele's family was very poor, so he sometimes worked shining shoes and selling meat pies to help them. Every evening, no matter how tired they were, Pele and his father, Dandino, would play soccer in the streets. Whoops, sometimes Pele accidentally broke a window or kicked the ball over the fence. When he was almost 10 years old, Pele came home and found his father crying. "Why are you sad, Papa?" he asked. "I am sad because Brazil has lost the World Cup." "Everyone in Brazil is sad tonight." "Don't worry, I will win a World Cup for you one day," Pele promised. Pele loved to play soccer with his friends. They didn't have enough money for a ball, so they used a grapefruit instead. If they couldn't find a grapefruit, they would stuff an old sock with newspaper. Pele and his friends started their own soccer team. When the other team saw that Pele and his teammates couldn't afford shoes, they nicknamed them the Barefoot Team, but the Barefoot Team kept winning. One day, a famous Brazilian soccer player invited Pele to try out for the professional team. At 15, Pele became the youngest player on the Santos soccer club team. The coach thought that Pele was too skinny and ordered him to eat and eat and eat. For the first time in his life, Pele had all the food in his stomach that he could hold. Finally, it was time for Pele to play soccer in his first professional match. When he was 17 years old, Pele played in his first World Cup final for Brazil. On that day of the game, Pele remembered his promise to his father. Pele's team won. The Brazilians were the world champions of soccer for the first time. Listening on the radio at home, Pele's father cried, this time because he was so happy. With Pele playing for the national team, Brazil won 2 more World Cups. Pele traveled all over the world playing soccer, and wherever he went, people admired him. He met kings, queens, and presidents, spreading the love of soccer to the children and adults everywhere. But there was one more thing that Pele wanted to do. No soccer player had ever scored 1,000 goals. Pele had scored 999. It was a rainy November day, and 80,000 fans had come to see Pele play. Pele dribbles towards the goal line. His opponent trips him. Penalty kick. Pele looks at the ball. He looks at the fans. He looks at the goalie. Can you guess what happened? Pele, hooray, kicks and scores his 1,000th goal. The end.